What is up, everybody? Hold on a second. What is up, everybody? I cough. Shit. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Macho Movie Madness.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Brandon, and alongside me always is Andrew.
What's going on?
Today, we have got another good versus for you. Today, it is Speed versus Under Siege 2.
Under Siege.
Damn it. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Macho Movie Madness.
Oh, yeah.
I am Brandon. Alongside me always is Andrew. We're struggling to get this shit started. Today, it is a special versus of Speed versus Under Siege.
The blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. Why don't we just wait here for a little while? See what happens.
Do you want to die, Sydney?
For England, James? No.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Fill your hand, you son of a bitch!
Look what you did to him!
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. I'm all out of bubblegum.
As you can see,
I'm not happy.
All right, now that we've got our bullshit out of the way, hopefully, we are going to be doing a versus of Speed versus Under Siege. Keanu versus Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
The greatest actor, the greatest tough guy of all time.
The greatest long-distance runner.
The greatest runner of all time. No one runs as manly as Steven Seagal, okay? Tremendous.
You couldn't if you tried.
That's right. So, okay, I promise we're done. Maybe. So, couple of really good movies here, Andrew. I don't even know why we're doing these two movies. Did you pick this?
Yeah.
Okay, Andrew did this. Okay. So if it's bad, blame him.
Well, one, we feel is probably one of the best action movies of 92.
Yeah, for sure.
One is one of the best action movies of 94.
Yeah.
And they're both, actually, the reason why we're talking about them is they are the best Die Hard clones. We feel like.
That's right. That's right. I remember you saying that now.
Yeah, we're back on the rails.
We're back on the rails, buddy. Way to keep. What a team.
What a team.
What a team. Yeah, so the best Die Hard clones. That's what it was. Thank you that's why I keep you around. So yeah, Speed come out 1994, Under Siege 1992. Just a quick little rundown here. Speed was directed by Jan de Bont, or Jan de Bont. Who if you want to be American,
yeah,
and not give a shit. No, Jan de Bont. He also directed Twister, one of my favorite movies of all time. And Speed's really good too. So I mean, more power to him. Good job, Jan. Under Siege, directed by Andrew Davis. And what else did you say he did?
He did The Fugitive.
Yeah, next year, right?
Next year, I believe he did Above the Law. He did quite a few things.
Dude, I love The Fugitive.
Yeah, like 86 to mid-90s. He was pretty good, pretty prolific director.
Okay, all right. Dude, I love The Fugitive for real. Speed comes in with a budget of, and I'm going off Wiki here because I'm lazy. 30 million to 37 million budget's what it says. That's a really broad range. Usually they're a little bit better about being locked in on budget. So an estimated budget of somewhere between 30 and 37. But more importantly, it made 350.4 million at the box office. That's huge. That's a big return.
Yeah. That's
awesome. On the other hand, Under Siege, I did mention that was Speed, right?
Yes.
Know. Okay. My mind is, but on the other hand, Under Siege, did 35 million as a budget, which is around the same, but it only made 156.6 million at the box office. Still okay, but definitely not Speed.
Yeah.
For sure. Today for our categories that we're going to be basing our picks off of, very similar to what we normally have for action movies. We got story, we got setting, we got acting, we got action, and we got best antagonist in this one. So, without further ado, we got Kenny's picks. Kenny's not here today. We got his picks, and we're ready to get rolling. Let's start with story, because we're not wasting any time. Andrew, I'm going to let you start with story.
Story for me is speed. I felt like there's just a little bit more going on there.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the whole thing with the bomb. I love the beginning scene where they're there in the elevator shaft rescuing those people.
That's awesome.
You've got, who we later find out is Dennis Hopper, messing with Keanu Reeves the entire time.
Mm.
I like the cat and mouse between them. Just a really good, really tight script. I do like Under Siege a lot, but it's Die Hard on a boat, basically.
It is. It's even more Die Hard probably than this.
Yeah,
than Speed.
Just a little bit.
But that's I have to give it to Speed myself, just because you have all this stuff working around the bus, and instead of being stuck in a building or on a boat, you're on a moving bus that's on its way through actual traffic, man. Like you're causing damage, and that's just there's just so many more moving parts in this.
Yeah.
In this movie.
Yeah, and I like there's also the part where he set up the bomb in his own house, the villain.
Yeah.
And of course he gets Harry. I think it's funny that Jeff Daniels' character's name's Harry in this, and in the same year, of course, he was Harry in Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, Dumb and Dumber. Very Dumb and Dumber very Harry like in this movie.
Yes,
in a couple places,
especially the scene. We'll probably get into that into acting, but the scene where he's drunk at the bar.
Yeah,
he's basically Harry from Dumb and Dumber.
100%. 100%. You hate to see somebody like that go in a movie like this, though, But back in the day, and I remember being a kid watching this shit. And there's so many movies in the '90s where people just died, and you're like, God.
Yeah.
Like certain people just died just to die.
Yeah.
But then I grew up and I realized that they've always done that.
Yeah.
And if you really want to see people you don't want to see die or sometimes don't make any sense, go watch 80s action B movies. They're just randomly killing everybody that you're like, what?
Yeah. Deadly Prey.
Deadly Prey is a perfect example. All that work to save the woman, and she still gets it at the end. Just dies like a dog. What the hell? Kenny picks Speed too, so that's a sweep for Speed for story. Not mad at that. I mean, obviously, for obvious reasons. Setting. Let's go setting. Kenny picked Speed on setting. What say you?
I'm actually going to go the opposite way.
Under Siege.
To me, it would kind of be easy to go Speed because they're in so many different locations on the street.
Right.
But I think the way...
Plus the subway.
Yeah, the subway. They're in apartments and in houses, in a skyscraper. But to me, they had to get kind of creative with the whole battleship thing.
Right.
With Under Siege. And it's cool. I've actually been to that battleship. That's actually the U.S. Alabama. There in the Mobile Bay that was acting as the Missouri.
Yeah.
I've actually been on that ship. It's all the living quarters and stuff are tiny. And that submarine is actually there too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been there.
But it's cool how they could, shoot all around that ship and make it all look like, all different when, they're probably shooting a lot of the same corridors.
Yeah.
A lot of the same
places. Yeah, I've been there. I was a kid, but yeah, when you think about it, there's not a lot going on there.
Yeah.
So like for them to be able to make it such a big scene, was pretty impressive.
And I think that's why I'm going to take Under Siege in that.
I can get down with that.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm gonna go Under Siege as well, just because I like it.
Yeah.
I like that. I like, as much as the story is better in Speed, I still think I prefer that tighter setting, like Die Hard.
Yeah.
You got more, and you're way more isolated there.
Yeah.
And you've really only got one dude. Keanu's a hero, but you got a lot of people helping him out, moving around with him. You know what I mean? It's kind of an average Joe. I think, obviously, I know John McClane's more of an average Joe like that too. Steven Seagal's not in this as much, even though he tries to come across as one as the chef.
Yeah.
But he's a badass in this. I like the setting better in Under Siege for sure.
So that ties it up.
Yeah, already at a tie, 1-1. So, this will break away, I think, a little bit. This one here, I don't know. Acting. So I'll take acting first. I had to think about it for a minute. Because part of me wants to go Under Siege. There is some good acting in Under Siege. Like for an action movie, it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Seagal, actually does okay. There's some movies where he's hit and miss. He can be really cheesy, especially his earlier work. He's really cheesy. As a lot of his later work, he's just phoning it in because he thinks he's better than everybody. I don't know. But there was this time, I think from like Hard to Kill to like probably Under Siege 2. That was 5 years, 6 years.
Yeah, he was the man.
He was good, and he did a good job, even if he was a little slightly cheesy. I thought he was really good in this. Erica Eleniak.
Woo!
I mean,
woo, woo, woo.
I know that's not acting. It's just more about the actor. But yeah, super hot.
There's a couple things I liked about her performance.
Yeah, there was a couple things. Yeah, I can't put my fingers on them though. Tommy Lee Jones, Gary Busey. We'll get into them with the antagonist stuff, but excellent job. I'm gonna have to give it to Speed on this one, I think, though. There's just so much more going on in Speed. Keanu's kind of the same way. Keanu kind of acts the same in almost every damn movie.
Yeah.
And I love Keanu to death. And I think he's great, but he does kind of act the same.
Yeah, there's only a couple parts in this movie where I thought it was kind of rough. But
right.
For the most part, I thought it was fairly even.
Yeah, Sandra Bullock did a great job. The passengers on the bus, they're stuck on a bus. Alan Ruck, who also was in Twister, with Jan de Bont. There's a lot of good actors in this. There's a lot of players on and off the bus that all played their role perfectly. They were believable. Dennis Hopper he's believable. I just didn't like it.
Yeah.
And I'll get into that in a little bit.
Yeah. I'm also going to go Speed in this category. We'll talk about that later and just some of his delivery. But yeah, there was, to me, on the whole, just as the greater ensemble, I thought the acting in Speed was better than Under Siege.
Yeah.
Not that there was anything terribly bad with Under Siege.
Yeah. Yeah. And Kenny ended up going Under Siege on this, and I'd say a lot of that has to do with the antagonists and the roles. I don't even necessarily disagree. But yeah, I just think there's a little bit more players involved here that play their roles a little bit better.
Yeah, Joe Morton, who we didn't mention from
Right.
Terminator 2 as the chief.
Yeah.
Just awesome.
Okay, so Speed takes the lead, 2-1, and we're gonna go into action now. Kenny picked Speed for action, faster paced, because it's faster paced. And I agree, it is definitely faster paced. I'm torn on this one though.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do yet. I'm still kind of thinking this through. Because Speed is amazing. All that stuff, like you said, with the elevator, was awesome. Everything on the bus was great. Because you got this level of tension.
Yeah.
To not get this bus under, was it 40 miles an hour or something like that?
Yes.
It was to not slow this bus down in order, and they had to end up tricking him with the camera feed and stuff to get people off the bus, and they had to get to the airport. I thought that was cool. And all the stuff in the subway at the end was awesome.
Yeah.
Under Siege, man, I don't know.
Well, let's talk this one out, because I'm kind of on the fence about this one too.
Okay.
Some other things in Speed that I thought were great. The scene where the highway's out and he tells them to jump the bus and it only can go to 70 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That was good. I like the scene where they've got the creeper on the line and he has to go underneath the bus.
Yes, that was awesome.
Gets stuck and puts his knife accidentally through the gas tank. Now they're losing gas. Yeah,
so now they have. Yeah, it's just even. Oh man,
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Just some really good stuff. The whole beginning scene in the elevator where they're pulling people out.
Mm-hmm.
Just a really good action movie. We were discussing at one point, we thought it was our favorite action movie of '94, and then we realized True Lies was '94.
Right, right, yeah. Second favorite.
And in Under Siege, man, you've got bombs in Speed, but in Under Siege, they're blowing things up. They send in some jets, and don't they blow those up? With
yeah.
RPG or something.
Yeah, like they seem like real full-on scary dudes in Under Siege, and there's a lot of good stuff in that. Obviously the fighting and stuff at the end with Tommy Lee and Gary Busey, that's all great. But there is definitely it seems like there's more of like a heightened situation with Speed, you know, like there's innocent people dying too, like that's even more so than Under Siege. 'Cause, I mean, these are literally just just random people on the street, or you know, and they die in an elevator or on the bus or whatever. That lady getting ran over trying to get off the bus.
Yeah, I was trying to think if there were any really cool kills. I know, like, Steven Seagal tears somebody's throat out in this movie. Does I can't remember if it's this one or the second one.
I can't remember either, because there's a lot of good kills in the second one too. Ridiculous.
There's a good firefight in the hallway, and Seagal tells Elaniac, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "The safest place on this boat's right behind you."
Yeah,
just really good stuff like that. You know, the whole deal where they sneak in and they shoot the captain of the ship with Gary Busey dressed as a woman. I thought that was I thought that was great.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm really torn on this one. My gut tells me to go with Speed.
I know.
Yeah.
That's how mine is too.
Yeah. Part of me wants to go under. I think I'm going to have to go Speed.
Yeah, Kenny goes Speed, and I think I'm going to have to go Speed too. Man, it does kill me a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I do love Under Siege. It's definitely one of Seagal's best movies. But yeah, I'm going to have to go Speed. I think he's right. I think just between the situation and the fast pace of the moments, I think you have to do that.
Yeah.
Good job, Yawn. It's the only time I'll say that. Other than Twister. Okay, well, I mean, we already got a winner. It's 3-1.
Yeah. Well, let's finish it out so it's not a complete
Let's finish it out. Yeah, we can't rob the people. Antagonist. It didn't have to come down to this, but we're looking at best antagonist. You've got Dennis Hopper, or you've got Gary Busey and Tommy Lee Jones.
There's not a question in my mind who wins this category.
It's all three of us pick Under Siege. I'm just saying it right now.
Yeah, Dennis Hopper is so over the top, as he was in everything I've seen from about Texas Chainsaw Massacre through. He did Waterworld the year after this, and
yes, oh my god,
Super Mario Brothers. Just
dude, everything he's in is ridiculous.
That scene where the bomb goes off the ink, and my
money.
Just the way he delivers that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was not crazy. I'm eccentric. I have money. Like I like that line.
Yeah,
but yeah. It's like poor people are crazy. I'm eccentric. That's a good line. And that's what I'm saying. He's believable because Dennis Hopper seems like that.
Yeah,
but it's too much. It's just too much. Yeah. Like there's some scenes where it's okay, but it's too much. I still can't get behind this. Even though I mean, obviously it's the craziness and maybe the unpredictability. He's just so cunning. Like he's so good at what he does. He's able to be one step ahead of these guys. Yeah. But in a fight at the end, like a physical fight, I just don't believe it.
We were talking the other day through Messenger, and I threw up the idea of if Gary Oldman wasn't doing The Professional this year, how awesome would this movie have been with like Gary Oldman or
for sure.
Like you know, if you want to go over the top, maybe Jack Nicholson. I'm not sure what he was doing.
Dude, Jack Nicholson would have been awesome. Yeah. We didn't even talk about that.
Dennis Hopper. I don't know. In this movie. But on the other side, man, those guys are awesome.
Dude, I mean, well, and we talked about it with like Lethal Weapon. Gary Busey is amazing in everything, especially in that time frame.
Yeah.
Anything between the mid 80s and the mid 90s, if it's got Gary Busey in it, it's good.
Yeah.
Whether he's a good guy or a bad guy. Like he was awesome. I liked him in Point Break.
Yeah.
Like he was great in Point Break. Yeah. But as a bad guy, dude, he's awesome. Yeah. He's crazy.
And I've said it in a couple different reviews. That's the scene where he comes in and reads what the captain has, and he's like, "Do I look like I need a psychological evaluation?" As he's dressed in drag. It's my favorite line in the entire movie.
For sure. And Tommy Lee Jones, you know, like he's I don't know if I want to call him versatile, but he kind of like he is. Like he plays this really like hippie dippy dude in this, but he's crazy, but he's dangerous.
He's Morton Downey in this thing. At first you're like, what's he doing? He's a guy playing a guy.
Yeah, exactly. But then you get into some of his more known roles, like next year in Fugitive. You know, that's the kind of Tommy Lee Jones, like really, because then he's like that in every movie. But This is kind of just a little bit out of the realm for him.
Yeah.
You know, he's just a little bit more eccentric in this.
Yeah.
And I like that.
And I like all the Roadrunner stuff he's got going on.
Yes.
He's got this whole cartoon deal that's kind of like a big part of his character.
Yeah.
Just love these guys to death, and there's no comparison.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So yeah, but that's how the chips fall today, folks. Speed takes the win on this episode of Versus
for best Die Hard clone.
For the best Die Hard clone. That's all I got to say about that. Yeah. Anything you want to say to wrap this up?
Was there any others that you had that you would consider to be kind of in this realm? Like, I almost wanted to throw Van Damme and Sudden Death in this, but I knew it probably wouldn't take any categories.
Probably not.
But
yeah,
that's another one I really enjoy as far as Die Hard clones.
Yeah, we find a couple other ones or something to throw up against it. We could do that. Yeah. We've done I think maybe once or twice we've done like a 3-way, like a triple threat. And those are kind of hard to do, unless they're just really identical or really, you know, with the remakes, the Halloween, Nightmare, and Friday. I feel like those were a little bit easier to put together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like you throw something like that in there. Yeah. I feel like it's still going to end up going Speed or Under Siege more, just in this case.
Yeah. We have done like in the Wayback Machine. If you scroll way back on the channel, you will find we did like Con Air versus. Air Force One.
Yeah,
as far as Die Hard on a plane.
That's really good. Yeah. That's a good comparison. Those are really great movies too. As well. And speaking of Gary Oldman, Air Force One, he was awesome in that.
How you gonna beat Gary Oldman?
You can't, man.
You just gotta kick him off your plane.
You just get off my plane. I think that's gonna cover it for us. What else we got coming down the line? We got Brandon Lee retrospective that we I think we're gonna probably release. Either before or after this one, I don't know.
We've been promising it for a while. It's almost like our vampires.
Yeah. We got that. We got that on the pike. We're gonna have that for Warehouse B. We got Trancers 2.
Yeah,
go check those out.
We've also eventually got. There's a poll out as of right now for what you want to see for episode 20 of Warehouse B. And Samurai Cop, unsurprisingly, is running away.
This blew it, yeah. And I can't wait. Because I think we're calling it now. I think we're going to go ahead and call it the winner. Because I have been wanting to cover this movie for a while. I've watched it years ago. I want to see it again. Yeah. I watched some clips the other day. I was rolling. I cannot wait to cover Samurai Cop. So if you haven't seen that, get ready. Because that's coming up in just a couple short Warehouse B episodes. Yeah. Guys, if you like what you see, hit the like button for us. It really helps us out a lot. Sub to the channel. That way you can be in on all the future content we got coming up. We got some good stuff. And until next time, we're out of here.